Coming off losses, both head coaches calling out their teams earlier this week.
Not everybody, and that's the accountability that I talk about. It's a mentality by each individual player.
I don't like the way we came out. I don't like the way they had 16-play drive right down our throat to start the game. I feel like we underachieved today, and that's very frustrating. There's no talk about playoffs over here. We're trying to win the next game. We're not even close to even thinking about the playoffs right now.
And Jay Gruden told me before the game that he thinks his group pretty much got the message when they returned to practice. That is, those who were able to practice. So many injured starters and key players. The Redskins pretty much went with walkthroughs most of the week. Injuries in this game, center Spencer Long is out. He's in the concussion protocol, meaning Kirk Cousins will be on his third center of the season. A surprise scratch for the Eagles, Brandon Brooks. He is out with an illness. Back to you, Kevin.
That's a lot of outs, Pam, that's for sure. So each team playing with a banged-up offensive line, big weapons back. Jordan Reed, who is maybe the best player on the Redskins. He's so good. And then Ryan Matthews and Jordan Matthews for Philadelphia. So getting some weapons back, losing offensive linemen. Washington won the toss. They elected to defer, and so Hopkins will do the kicking. And away we go from Philadelphia. Here's Smallwood. Good hole. And a good return for the Eagles as Smallwood is out to the 27, and we will get a chance to see Carson Wentz, who struggled of late but not at home this year. He and the Eagles 4-1 in Philadelphia.
You know, and Kevin, the balance that they need, that a rookie quarterback needs, is the ability to run the football. That's what they've done well at home. That takes some of the burden off him. You see the last 9 games, it hasn't been very good. To me, that's more indicative of what's around Carson or not around Carson. They know they need to build, but I still see so many positive signs with this young man.
Off a 3-game losing streak against a division rival, both need the game. And he'll pass it on first down, coming inside, and there is a completion. Getting it out to the tight end, Zach Ertz, and he's got a Philadelphia first down.
And you love that, getting the young quarterback in a rhythm early on in this game with a quick throw. Carson Wentz on target to Zach Ertz.
And so a 1st and 10 from the 40. Ryan Matthews at a running back, and he'll get it back from the injury and puts his head down. Is going to get about 4.5. Matthews has been out with an MCL sprain, suffered that against Seattle, so he missed basically 2.5 weeks. Last time he was really healthy was a game here against Atlanta, John. He went 109 yards, 2 touchdowns that day. And, you know, you wonder about running the ball, why it's important. That's why. You don't want to ask the rookie to throw as much as Carson Wentz has been throwing. He threw it 60 times last week against Cincinnati. Smallwood in the game now. He gets it. He gets tripped up immediately by Will Compton. So a 3rd down coming.
Real good job by Will Compton. Seeing the run and then going. You take the fight to them. You get in their backfield. It's exactly what Compton does. Really nice job by this Redskins defense. Now here has been the problem, though. 3rd down defense for these Redskins, almost historically bad.
Yeah, on 3rd down this year, Washington 48% allowing first downs, which is the worst in the National Football League. 3rd and 6. Delayed blitz. Wentz running away from it. Fires complete. Jordan Matthews has it into Redskins territory. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Well, Carson Wentz, one thing you're going to learn about this young man watching him play, he's an athlete. He can extend, and in this league, it's not always going to be perfect. Coverage early, but he extends, he keeps his eyes downfield, and finds Jordan Matthews. They're a better team with Jordan Matthews on the field. That gate doesn't look very healthy, though. A little hitch in Jordan Matthews' getty-up, but credit to him for gutting through it.
Yeah, he had a right ankle injury versus Green Bay a couple weeks ago, and they have sorely missed him. He's really their one bona fide wide receiver. First down. Wentz over the middle, hits Entz. Wentz to Entz. Little Dr. Seuss, and a gain of 9. Ertz, I should say. Making up names, John. So you talk about this Redskins defense, right? And, you know, points per game, they're doing okay. They actually play all right except for the biggest areas, third down and in the red zone.
You know, Kevin, look, and I say it each and every week, the most important statistic is points. So you give them credit from that standpoint. They're short players. Their money is on the offensive side of the ball on this team. They got one game-changing player in my mind. That's Josh Norman.
Fake the run. Here comes pressure. Wentz going to run and run it for a first. The pressure came from Ryan Kerrigan, and Carson Wentz decided to take it himself to move the chain.
And you love the formula early, quick throws, and then put Carson Wentz on the perimeter with the play action pass. There's the naked, a little block by Selleck. He sees green grass in front and goes ahead and takes it. Carson Wentz looking in rhythm and on point early in Philadelphia.
And so the opening drive for Philadelphia has been a good one. This will be the 7th play. From the 34, it's a handoff, and that is going to be Matthews. So the Eagles' offensive line is, well, they're a mess right now. They've got a lot of guys out there on the third right tackle with Alan Barber, who's normally a left guard over there. Brandon Brooks came in today, all of a sudden sick. He's not playing, so you've got Isaac Seumalo over there. They've got some issues, John. And then you plug in Wisniewski at left guard.
And look, the truth of the matter, this team was extremely successful early on. And then Lane Johnson, their right tackle, who was playing like an all-pro player, he went out with this 10-game suspension. They haven't been the same since.
No, they have not. They will run it here, and a good gain by Matthews, and that's going to pick up a few more. So you're looking at 3rd and short, and this is an area the Eagles have been dreadful on 3rd down because they haven't had a lot of these.
Yeah, but on this drive, what they've been doing, they've been staying out of those 3rd and longs by being productive on 1st and 2nd down. The formula is running the football, good balance, and then quick throws. Stay away from the negative plays, which have been so penal to this Philadelphia offense all year.
And so it'll be a 3rd down and 3. Fake the run, pressure. Wentz tries to get rid of it, incomplete. He got pressured by Kerrigan, and really nothing he could do. He didn't fall for the fake. And now is Doug Peterson thinking about going?
Well, I said earlier, they've got one game-changing player, talking about this Redskins defense. They've got a very good one, though, in Ryan Kerrigan. You can fool him once, as we saw earlier on that boot, but this time, not so fast, Carson. Ryan Kerrigan right on his job.
Doug Peterson wanting to set the tone early. This is certainly a makeable field goal, but he's going to go on 4th down and 3. 10 of 19 on 4th this year. Now, it looked like maybe they were trying to draw Washington offsides. They ended up calling a timeout.
I think Wentz trying to draw him offsides, then not liking the look. They were showing pressure and wisely calling the timeout. They're going to talk about it.
And so they will discuss. It's been a good opening drive for Philadelphia. But looks like they're going to kick a field goal now. Special teams come on the field.
Well, Kev, when you talk about supporting a rookie quarterback, you got to do a few things. First of all, you got to be able to run the football. You see it when they run, they're good. When they don't, then you got to stay ahead of the change. The Eagles up top in this league in terms of those penalties, and what's that do? That puts you in 3rd and long. 54% of their 3rd downs are 3rd and long. Not the recipe for success with a rookie.
This will be from 45 for Sturgis, dead central. And so the Eagles take the opening possession, hook up with a field goal. They've got the early lead over Washington, 3-0. Back in Philadelphia as the Eagles take the opening kick, go 10 plays, 46 yards. Caleb Sturgis, a 45-yard field goal to put them up. And, you know, 3rd down is huge for this team. So they picked up one on that drive, and the other they failed. And then on 4th down, they decided to kick.
What the good sign is, they're putting themselves in better 3rd down situations. I mean, the poor kid talking about Carson Wentz has just been living in these 3rd and longs, which is impossible in this league.
Sure is. And so now chance for Washington to have the ball. They'll start it off on their own 25-yard line. We will see Kirk Cousins for this Redskins offense. He's done very well against the Eagles. 3-1 the last 4 meetings, including meeting earlier this season when he beat Philadelphia in Washington, D.C. And then you look at the numbers, 10 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's been flawless, but it's very interesting. Look, this is a prolific offense. They've got targets all over, but in week 6, when they beat the Philadelphia Eagles, they ran it for 230 yards. Jay Gruden, their head coach, he wants more of it with that man, Rob Kelly, today.
We'll see if Kelly will be a big factor. Now, that's a good start for him. They give it to him and a nice gain, spinning his way out to the 31 and a gain of 6. So Pam gave you a lot of the injuries to start. Boy, this offensive line is just like the Eagles offensive line. They're banged up in some ways. Now, they do get Trent Williams back from a 4-game suspension, and he's an all-pro type player, so that is a big get for them. But Sean Laval and Spencer Long, their left guard and their center, are out. So John Sullivan, a veteran, starts at center today. And Ari Kwanjo, second-year player, starts at left guard, number 74. We'll see how they hold up against this Eagles pass rush. Second down on the draw. Patience from Kelly. And Graham on the tackle. So a third down and short is coming up. I don't know if many people realize, John, that Redskins have the second best offense in the National Football League. The only issue is in the red zone. They have had trouble scoring touchdowns.
Exactly, and they still score a lot of points per game. So you just think if they only improve that, and it doesn't really make sense because they run the ball very effectively, and typically that translates. I think Kirk Cousins, he struggled early, had a couple turnovers. I think it spooked him and his coaches all year long.
I think Jordan Reed being back is huge, too. He's at the bottom of your screen now, their athletic tight end. Third down. They come with a blitz. Picked up. Cousins far side to Crowder. Oh, I think he's short. And now it's incomplete. No catch on the play as Leotis McKelvin had the coverage in a 3-and-out.
Well, this was the challenge in week 6. They could not cover these dynamic Washington wide receivers. And Jamison Crowder had a big day. Right here, Leotis McKelvin keeps playing through the catch. Crowder, as we know, you have to control the ball on the way to your ground. He does not.
Tressway will punt it away to the dangerous Darren Sproles. Fair catch called for. Now he lets, and it may have hit an Eagle, and it goes out of bounds anyway. So that one kind of died there. C.J. Smith was around the area, and Sproles is hurt. Well, that's not good. Their biggest weapon on offense is Sproles, favoring that knee. Let's see what happened. Ouch. That did not look pretty. Eagles football up 3. Darren Sproles got dinged up on the last play. His own teammate, C.J. Smith, the rookie from North Dakota State, kind of ran into him on the punt coverage. See, he's trying to jog it off. It's obviously a big player for Philadelphia. And they'll start off on their own 20. Four-man rush. Wentz has time, got to air it out, lofting for Aguilar, can't make the play, and there's the penalty flag. Quinton Dunbar is getting more time last weekend today. He'll be called on the penalty.
You love to see it from Nelson Aguilar. You talk about all year, there's just been nothing dynamic in this Philadelphia wide receiving core. Nelson Aguilar can run, but he hasn't shown it on the field.
Pass interference, defense number 47. The ball be placed at the spot of the foul, and an automatic first down.
But you love the fact that they take it downfield, and I'll tell you something, Aguilar in that second half, they threw it 60 times. I saw Nelson Aguilar get better. They benched him 2 weeks ago against the Green Bay Packers. I think he got the message, playing a little more sudden, using that speed on the field.
And you forget he can run, and also you saw that number. They have not been good throwing deep at all, so at least taking a shot there. Here's Ertz getting involved again. He's been heavily involved in a nice move for Zach Ertz, who has a first down. He was heavily criticized in Philadelphia this week for a block that he had no part of last week. But he's come to play early today.
So much, Kevin, of yards after catch in this league is all about the accuracy of the quarterback. Look at this. You can't throw it any better. Right in stride. That allows Ertz to turn it up and get big yards. Carson Wentz throwing with tremendous accuracy early on, and it's showing up in the yards after catch.
And so a first down. Darren Sproles is back in for Philadelphia, so that's good news. Apparently all right. After the injury on the punt. Fake. Carrion doesn't fall for it again. Trying to drag Wentz down. He gets rid of it to Burton. That was some play by Carson Wentz to stay up and get a positive out of a sack.
Well, if I'm Carson Wentz, I think I'm looking to the sideline and saying, hey, Doug, could we try the boot on the other side? Because that guy, Ryan Kerrigan, he's not going for it. But what an effort by Carson Wentz, staying up, locating Trey Burton. I mean, this is just tremendous. Alan Barber trying to hold him up, and he does. And then Carson Wentz getting rid of it to Trey Burton. That's outstanding.
Meanwhile, Kerrigan had 2.5 sacks against Philadelphia the last time they played. He's already been in the backfield a few times today. On second down, Matthews, left side, and he's to the 18. John, interesting on the Eagles' offensive line. We told you Brandon Brooks ill today, showed up at the stadium. So for the second time in a month, Isaac Seumalo, guess what, kid? Come to the park, you're in.
Yeah, you know what? And it's a good way to lose your job. You know, and if he's sick, you know, you hope he gets better, and you hope, because it's the second time, that nothing is wrong. But an opportunity for Seumalo on a team that's trying to establish a culture moving forward, a toughness for the future.
Seumalo is a third-round pick, a rookie from Oregon. 3rd and 5. Wentz firing. Complete. Matthews, 1st and goal. What a difference having Jordan Matthews back for Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz looking so good again, on time, accurately, and when you throw on time and with great accuracy in this league, you're going to be successful.
Wentz 6 of his first 7 to start this game, including a 44-yard pass interference penalty on a deep ball. So he has come out on fire, and a 1st and goal now for the Eagles with Sproles in the backfield. Throw it again. He's got time. He's going to loft it coming near side. Matthews incomplete. That was close.
It's a beautiful throw, though. I mean, that's a ball that Jordan Matthews, we'll see if that right foot is down. The left one certainly is. That right one out of bounds. So Jordan Matthews out last week, got to do a better job of dragging that foot. But what a perfect throw by Carson Wentz, who's really on target today.
He looks as sharp as he has all year long to start this game. On 2nd and goal, they will run it. Smallwood, and he barrels his way down to the 3. Dookie and Nacho in there. Washington without their starting safety today, Will Blackman. So Nacho getting time back there. Saw their real starting safety, D'Angelo Hall, on the field before the game in street clothes.
Well, they brought him up for a little moral encouragement. You know, this team fighting for it. They smell the playoffs, but they need all hands on deck. And D'Angelo Hall, big leader on this team. They've got him here today.
3rd and goal. 2 of 3 on 3rd down so far. Blitz. Wentz gets rid of it, and it is intercepted. DeShazer Everett, his first pick of the year.
DeShazer Everett, he barely plays defense. This is new having him in here. They haven't been having a lot of production at the safety position. Everett coming up with the big pick here early in Philly.
Well, football is a game of inches, right, John? The previous play, beauty of a pass, Jordan Matthews just misses getting his 2nd foot in bounds, you see there. So then they go to a 3rd down, and then what happens? Wentz, little off on the throw. DeShazer Everett, who barely plays his first, not only of the season, but of his career. They are looking at this to make sure he had control. Ruling on the field was an interception.
You know, it's interesting. I was talking to his quarterback coach, Carson Wentz quarterback coach, as we see Everett and what our officials are looking at, and here they come. Here comes Tony Corrente.
After review, the ruling on the field stands as an interception and touchback. 1st down.
So you're talking to Frank Reich before the game?
And he talked about fundamentals of Carson Wentz and feet and finish. And right there, if you see him throw that ball, his feet are moving backwards and he doesn't finish. You look at the little things. He was on point, but the fundamentals, he falls back his feet and finish were not good right there. So it's some habits that he has to break.
That's what a pass rush will do to you. And a big turnover for Washington as they will start on first down. Cousins going to sling it over the middle. And he's got Pierre Garçon, who's got a first down and a gain of 16. And Garçon has really come alive the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, he sure has. And what Kirk Cousins said, we're letting him run a greater variety of routes. We had really taken the vertical aspect of his game away because Deshaun Jackson usually does that. The last 2 games, 11 catches for Pierre Garçon, making this defense even harder to defend.
So Washington picks up their first down. From the 36, it is Kelly who fights his way for 3. First game break of the day for us. Let's check in with Carissa. Pittsburgh and Buffalo should play in the snow. John.
Oh, boy. It just remember the game we were here? Oh, I don't know what year that was.
3 years ago.
Oh,
Lions,
Detroit,
Eagles.
Philly. It was beautiful. Snow all over. LaShawn McCoy going crazy. It was awesome.
No one kicked an extra point that day. That's how nuts the conditions are. That was fun. 2nd and 8 for Cousins, who steps up and fires, looking for Deshaun Jackson, but he was held clearly. That is going to be on Philadelphia. Malcolm Jenkins on the coverage.
Well, they have a 2-deep concept, and Malcolm Jenkins ends up in space. Usually not a challenge for Malcolm Jenkins because he's so used to covering receivers. But you see Deshaun
Pass
Jackson.
interference, defense number 27. The ball being placed in spot of the foul, an automatic first down.
And it wasn't a lot, but it was enough right in front of all the officials. 2 flags come flying.
Yeah, once the ball is in the air, it's pass interference. Before that, it's a hold. So that was clearly in the air. And here come the Redskins. And Kirk Cousins, and John, I don't know, most people, just because he's not a big name, he was, he sat behind RG3. Kirk Cousins is 3rd in the NFL in passing. He's 6th in completion percentage. He has turned himself into a big-time quarterback on first down. Going to the far sideline, Vernon Davis, who steps out after maybe 1.
And you know, there's a lot of talk in Washington. Should this be our guy moving forward? Is he really a $20 million contract? You got to take your head off the figure, off the number. I think that scares me. That's the going rate, folks. You may not like it, but it's the going rate for good quarterbacks. This guy is a really good quarterback. He's earned the right, in my mind, to be the Redskins quarterback moving forward.
Yeah, I don't think there's a question about it. I don't know what else you want to look at. Look around the league for the teams that are looking for a quarterback. Second down. Cousins over the middle. Bullet complete and a good catch with contact. Garçon made the grab and absorbing the hit from McLeod.
I mean, look at this throw. I remember years ago, Mike Shanahan, back when they had Robert Griffin humming, he said, John, you ought to see this kid, Kirk Cousins, throw the football. He can throw it with anyone in this league. I mean, that's a confident throw in a tight window. Big-time quarterbacking by Kirk Cousins.
The Eagles met the Redskins earlier this year. Washington put up 493 yards on this Philly D. First down. Run it. Kelly. And not much. Hicks on the tackle. So you're talking about Kirk Cousins, right? And him being on that level. Here is the case for Cousins. What do we have for Kirk? Well, I mean, you see some of the numbers. I mean, he's got great numbers and an excellent rating. You know, you like that? Yeah, I think you like that. You like that production since that game against Tampa, that big comeback, and then the most pass yards this season. He's number 3 in the league behind guys named Breeze and Ryan. Franchise records, he's got 10 of them. He's just beginning. Now, of course, you want to see playoffs and wins. Trying to get back there for a second season. 2nd and 8 coming. So is the blitz. It's picked up. Going end zone. Incomplete. He had Vernon Davis, but he overshot him by a hair.
He does have Vernon Davis, and Vernon Davis has been a huge revelation for this Washington Redskins team. Jordan Reed being out, now they have the both of them. Vernon Davis really having a bounce-back year.
Told you about Washington bad defensively on third. Offensively on third down, they're 3rd best in the NFL. Third and 8. Blitz. Cousins near side. Incomplete. McKelvin on the play, and Washington will settle for a field goal.
You like to see this if you're the Philadelphia Eagles. They've struggled so much in their secondary, in particular at the cornerback position. But you're seeing good play and good finish by Leotis McKelvin.
Trying to get it to Jamison Crowder. Instead, it'll be a field goal try for Dustin Hopkins, who has missed 6 on the year. This would be a 38-yard try. All right, tie this game up. Little help from the post as Hopkins misses his 7th of the year. Wide left. Eagles still in front. So Dustin Hopkins misses a 38-yard field goal, and it remains 3-0 Philadelphia. Here, John Lynch, Pam Oliver on the sidelines. I'm Kevin Burkhardt. Glad to have you aboard. Good old NFC East battle. Washington, the 7th spot, 1 game back of the Bucs in this playoff chase. On first down, here's Wentz. Time and a lot of it. Firing near side. Aguilar goes up and gets it. And Aguilar is out to the 38. It'll be about a hair shy of a first down.
And Kevin, this is why it's so important to at least challenge people deep. We saw the PI earlier. Now Dunbar has to respect the speed of Aguilar. He comes back on the double move comeback. That's good feet and finish by Wentz. Leads to good accuracy. You like the game plan and you like the execution by these Eagles early.
Here's Smallwood. He gets tripped up right away. Trent Murphy, who's had himself a fine year on the tackle. That may be the end of the first quarter.
Murphy has been excellent for the Redskins this year. He's playing that defensive end position. He's kind of bounced back between that defensive end and outside linebacker, penetrating into the backfield. Really good stuff by Trent Murphy.
And that will do it for quarter number 1. It'll be a 3rd down and 2 when we come back. Eagles with a field goal. Redskins with nothing after a 1. 3-zip from Philly. Well, if you're an Eagles fan, John, it's in the bag. 4-0 after leading after the first quarter. 3-0 Philadelphia. We start the second quarter. 3rd down and 2. That's what their face was right here. Matthews on the draw, and he's got a first down. Ryan Matthews gets his 5th carry of the day back from injury, and he moves the chains for Philly.
Look, and having Ryan Matthews back is huge. We're going to see how healthy he is, but he's just that big back. Look, it seems like it's a broken record. We say it every time we have a game with Ryan Matthews. You love everything about him, about 2 things. The ball security, which has been a struggle his whole career, and his availability. He's been hurt a lot in his career. When healthy, he's productive.
Fake the run. Here comes Murphy. Wentz in trouble. Gets hit as he throws, and it's complete. He has got the tight end Ertz into Washington territory, and he took a shot. 29 yards on the hookup.
Well, Trent Murphy almost gets there. You see Murphy working from the edge against Brent Selleck, and then hits Carson Wentz low. Not sure why that's not a roughing penalty, but Carson Wentz doing a great job again taking the ball downfield. This is an element that has been missing in action in this Eagles offense.
Well, Zach Ertz is having himself a good start. He's got 4 catches, 64 yards. Sproles in the backfield. He'll get it up the middle. And Sproles to the 29 is going to pick up 3 yards.
You know, you see Sproles earlier. We see that slow motion replay, and we think, you know, that he may be hurt. Both his ankle and his knee don't look good. The guy is so tough. I just love watching the guy play. I really do. He's one of the great stories in this league, a little guy, and that Tide commercial he has where he says a whole lot of oomph in every ounce. A perfect commercial for this guy.
Sproles, 5'6". Sure, he's been hearing about that his whole life, and he's produced big time in his NFL career. He's going to line up as a wide receiver now, top of your screen. On second down, Wentz going to go over the middle. That's Brent Selleck. Long-time Eagle, inside the 20. Doesn't catch too many passes anymore. That's only his 8th of the year. He's been in this town for 10 years as Selleck.
This offense has a real good rhythm, starting with the balance. They're running enough to keep these Redskins off balance, and they're throwing quick or taking it downfield. You just like everything that they're doing.
Kerrigan's out right now, so this is more than a rest, I would think. Eagles have passed it 12 times. They've run it 10 times so far. There's the balance you're talking about, John. First down. Wentz going to go deep, looking, end zone, incomplete. Burton was the guy. 47 on 47. He was covered by Dunbar.
I like that number a whole lot. I like that matchup. Trey Burton. Speaking of liking a whole lot, Trey Burton's a guy, kind of an obscure guy, third tight end. He's a guy Carson Wentz really likes, and you can see it in film. They have a great connection, and Carson Wentz said he's just a smart football player. When Jordan Matthews was out, he took a lot of the receiver reps, so he's got great versatility, and Carson Wentz really likes throwing to him.
Eagles go pistol formation, and now Sproles sprints out of it. They look his way. Pressure, set up a middle screen to Selleck, and that goes nowhere. Preston Smith kind of sniffed that out.
Sniffed it out in a big way. That's a great play by Preston Smith. That's trusting your keys, and it's studying and preparation. Preston Smith up here, watch him go hug up. If that's your man, you stay with him. He senses that something's going on, stays right with Brent Selleck. Says, I'm not having that.
This would be a 3rd and long. One thing about Washington's secondary, Quentin Dunbar, number 47, former wide receiver of Florida, playing a lot today. And they've had some trouble in this area, this 3rd down and long. 3rd and 12. They run a stunt. They get some pressure. Wentz going to get rid of it. Sproles has a ways to go, and he's going to be shy of a 1st down. He needed about 3.5 more, and that would seem like a field goal try.
That's kind of a double whammy for Wentz and the Eagles. Not only a 3rd and long, but a 3rd and long down here in the red zone where everything's compressed. And Doug Peterson, again, showing that he's not afraid. Last time, remember, they called the timeout. Here, we'll see what they do.
So Peterson going to go for it. He's done it a lot this year. Ryan Kerrigan out of the game still. Their best pass rusher. 4th and 3, and there's movement. And now they're not going to go. I think that's on the left side for Philadelphia.
False start. Offense, number 71. 5-yard penalty remains 4th down.
Jason Peters, you're going to see, and it's just something we chronicled earlier. They lead the league in pre-snap penalties. That's not a good thing. Jason Peters, 45. A veteran who plays extremely well, but that, you talk about culture and all those things, you got to eliminate that. You can't beat yourself. 45
is an unbelievable number, most in the league, and so now they will indeed try field goal. Sturgis hit one earlier from 45. This will be from 36 yards out, and this is perfect. Eagles added their lead. They settle for 3. It's 6-0. Eagles have had the ball, John, 10-play drives, 2 of them, but settling for field goals. They have moved it. They've looked pretty good. They also had an interception in the end zone, so feels like they should be up by about 30 right now, but it's only 6-0. And here comes Washington with Chris Thompson. And good return. Thompson out across the 30, and that's where Kirk Cousins will take over, looking to get this Redskins offense going, and now a little scuffle at the end. A division rivalry. What do you want? Love those images. 164th meeting between the Eagles and Redskins. One of the great rivalries in the NFL. Washington badly needs this game. Eagles are struggling, likely out of the playoff picture, still mathematically alive. And so here we go, 6-0 Philadelphia. Here comes Kirk Cousins and company. Fake to Kelly. He's got time, now steps away. Now things break down and down he goes. And there is a sack by Fletcher Cox for the first time in 8 games.
Well, we had him as a player to watch, and I said, come on, Fletcher. And that's just because this defense needs him. This defense has been in a big-time slump. 1 sack in the last 3 games. That's great effort. Just collapsing the pocket from every which way, and Fletcher Cox finishing, which is something he and this defense has not done of late.
No, he got a $103 million contract for the year and got it off to a fast start, but has been quiet. And to be fair, he gets doubled quite a bit. 2nd and 11. They're running. Thompson scurries through. And he's out across the 39.
You know, Kevin, you talked about Fletcher Cox and getting doubled a lot. That comes when you're a great player. That's going to happen. I've played with one of the best at that position, Warren Sapp.
Yep.
He was doubled, tripled. They'd wham him, they'd crack him, they'd do everything to him, but he managed to make an impact in every game. When you get paid that much, that's what you're that is what is expected of you.
Jordan Reed has not been targeted yet by the Redskins, coming back from that shoulder injury. Number 86. See if they look for him on 3rd down. And they'll run a little zone read with Cousins, who's got a 1st down. Jay Gruden pulling out the tricks.
That's such a valuable weapon to have in your bag. And remember, he was the backup behind RG3. And so he's just watching Brandon Graham right there. Brandon Graham kind of plays in between. He keeps it and gets the 1st down. A long, hard ride on the fake. Kirk Cousins, enough athleticism to get around the corner for the 1st down.
And so it'll be a 1st down. Redskins go 2 tight ends. That's Deshaun Jackson in motion, number 11. Fake to Kelly. Cousins, a lot of time, going to come back to Kelly. And he's getting by Kendricks, and he's got a 1st down. Into Eagles territory. Game break time. Let's check in with Carissa. It would probably do in Buffalo, John, if they lose that game. And so it's a big game for both teams. 14-zip. Pittsburgh, 6-0 Eagles, our score. Thanks, Carissa. Kelly breaks off 1 tackle, breaks off another, and gets shoved backwards with a big hit by Jordan Hicks. It's interesting watching Kelly run, John, because we talked to Brandon Graham this week, and he had a good description of him, I thought.
Well, I thought it was pretty incredible. He said, look, he reminds us a lot of Marshawn Lynch.
Wow.
And you look at a run like that, that's one of those spectacular 1.5-yard gains. But when you watch him on film, the first guy never brings him down. He runs through arm tackles. You better bring your body. Undrafted free agent. He's been a huge find for these Redskins.
There has. Certainly wasn't expected to be the starting running back. That's Matt Jones, who's been inactive for weeks now. 2nd down, blitz picked up. Cousins throwing far side. There's a completion to Jordan Reed, his first target back from that dislocated shoulder, and he is playing through pain today.
Well, what a job, Kevin. You talked about the blitz pickup. Chris Thompson, not very big, but look at him come across, get enough on Bradham. Kirk Cousins can step up, and Jordan Reed, you talk about a difference maker. This guy playing through pain. We talked to him the other day. He was excited. He said, look, I'm healthy enough. My team needs me. I'm going to be there.
He said it's pretty painful, but I can handle it. That's for sure. And a 1st down. And this is Kelly for a couple. Eagles stacked it up pretty well.
So, Kevin, you've got Rob Kelly, who they want more of. But when you look at the rest of this Redskins offense, it's just like an embarrassment of riches. You got 3 guys up around 60 catches and 3 around 40. Kirk Cousins talking about it. He said, look, it's not the perfect recipe to send a guy to Hawaii to the Pro Bowl, but it makes you awful tough to defend. And I think Jay Gruden so wisely called upon the run game, because in this time of year, going into the playoffs, you need the run game. But you mix a run game with these weapons, just incredible offense for these Washington Redskins.
Another blitz picked up and another completion to the far side. That's Garcon, who's going to be a yard shy of a 1st down.
That's a big time throw. all the way from the middle of the field, outside, puts it only where Garcon can get it. Great job by Garcon getting both feet in.
Well, that's close, John. I wonder if Doug Peterson's inclined to look at this. He's got the flag out of his pocket. Is he going to throw it? Crowd wants him to. They'll hang on to it. 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Kelly sidesteps. Good move by Kelly for first. Man, that looked like it was going backwards, but Kelly made it happen. Fans booing. They wanted Peterson to throw the flag. And here's why.
Let's look at it. So we got left foot down. Did that right toe touch earlier in the process? Not sure. Doug Peterson had it in his hand.
Let's see.
At that point, it's clearly not in. Earlier in the process, it may have been in. I saw Eagles coach tell him to put it away. So upstairs, they got information. Not sure if it was good information, though.
I don't know that he's definitely winning that challenge, John. They called that a catch on the field. It was close. So they'll run. Kelly breaks another tackle. Rob Kelly into the end zone. Touchdown.
Keeps running like that. There's going to be a lot of people comparing him to Marshawn Lynch. Going right up the gut. Look at Vernon Davis come down on a wind back. That allows Rob Kelly just to get the arm tackle from Marcus Smith. Arm tackles, as I said, are not going to bring this guy down. This offensive line for the Washington Redskins, this run game so well coordinated, led by Bill Callahan, their offensive line coach and run game coordinator. It's a tough offense to stop, folks.
Boy, he is a load. 22-yard run for Rob Kelly, his 5th rushing touchdown of the year. Not a bad find for an undrafted college free agent out of Tulane who was a fullback at one point. And this to take the lead for Washington. Hopkins got it. Redskins put 7 on the board. Rob Kelly with 22 yards to finish it off. Boy, this guy is tough. A little dance into the end zone. It's a 1-point Washington lead. Let's look at this play again at Garcon, John.
Watch the right foot right there. Catch, right foot down and control. I think it was a wise challenge. I don't think the Philly fans agree with me. They were giving it to their head coach during that break.
He would have lost that one. I mean, they were booing. He's had a couple of questionable challenges the last couple of weeks, and of course the Eagles have lost 3 in a row, but that was wise to hang on to. Here's a short pooch kick. It's going to be taken by Aguilar, and he's diving forward near the 24. That's where the Eagles will take over, suddenly down 1. Redskins riding Rob Kelly to the end zone to a 1-point lead here in the 2nd quarter. 10-play, 69-yard drive. Handshakes from Rob Kelly to the offensive lineman who blocked his way there, and a 22-yard run for the rookie to put the Redskins in front. Here come the Eagles now. I'm going to try running for a short gain to Ryan Matthews. So the Eagles have been in the red zone 3 times. They got 6 points. And Washington finally takes the lead. Hey, welcome to the booth. John Lynch and I'm Kevin Burkhardt. So what have we seen here so far? Philadelphia looks good, but now they're losing.
Yeah, just what you said. I mean, I think we see it week in and week out. You've got to take advantage of your opportunities. Carson Wentz on fire early. In this corner of the end zone, throws one right there to Jordan Matthews. He doesn't get that second foot down. That's the difference in this game. When you've got someone down, you've got to keep them down, and you've got to take advantage of opportunities.
Ryan Kerrigan is back in the game for Washington, so that's good news for them. Wentz has all day coming near side. Good throw. Matthews has that catch out to the 40. And a first down for Philadelphia and a gain of 14.
You know, the thing that you like is there was a period after that hot start for Carson Wentz where he was regressing. He's getting better again. I think it started in the second half versus the Cincinnati Bengals last week. Everybody was saying, why would you throw 60 times? He got in a rhythm in that second half, down 26-0, and he grew in that game. He got better, and I think it's carrying over to this week.
Matthews on the draw. Not much. You know, John, it's interesting. Had the Eagles a couple times this year. And Wentz is extremely comfortable under center. He did that in college, but they don't do it much.
No, and I think they should more, because one of his issues that he's been struggling with, his feet go quiet at times. And you think about all the great quarterbacks in this league, Peyton Manning, Breeze, Brady, they all have, you know, Peyton Manning at one point was criticized for having happy feet. They're active feet. And that's something I think when you're under center, you're forced to get back. I do more of it because it gets those feet in good position.
Under center right here. Sproles the fake. Redskins don't buy it. Wentz eludes, settles, has a year, incomplete. There's no downfield option on that route, and Wentz tried to come closer to home. It was incomplete. Baker on the pressure.
That's a great job by Chris Baker. The big boy didn't practice all week. Jay Gruden said sometimes he's a very good player. Sometimes he confuses himself with Warren Sapp. He's not quite there yet. But he's running well right there. And Wentz, that's just a great job of coverage downfield by Josh Norman and this Washington secondary.
That's the first time they've thrown at Norman. They've gone away and gone to Dunbar, the 47 side most of the day. So here's another 3rd and long on a 3rd and 8. Late blitz coming. Picked up. Wentz over the middle. Complete. He got time, and he hooked up with Burton for a first down into Redskins territory. And that's a 16-yard pickup. Breland has the ball, but the official says ball is down with a 2-minute warning. Redskins up 1. Eagles on the move. We did a 2-minute warning in Philadelphia. 7-6 Redskins. John, Eagles had a 3rd and 9 converting. Washington has been awful on 3rd and long this year. Look at this, give you an idea. The Ravens are the best in the league. NFL average about 27%. The Redskins are over 41%. That's the worst ever.
And there it is right there. It's about leverage. Right there, Bashaud Breeland should be an outside leverage. He gets beat to the outside. There's no excuse for that. The details of the defense have to be enforced.
And Burton was clearly down. We looked at it at the break. So 1st and 10 for Philadelphia from the 43. Wentz to throw. Here comes pressure. He somehow escapes, resets, looks, firing deep. Burton can't get there. He just couldn't get enough mustard on the throw, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, there's an old saying, don't miss the layup. He did all the hard things. Here's Trey Burton. He's going to find his way as Wentz extends, and they just lose him in the back. Look at all that green grass. No one near him. Just throw it up there, Carson. He can't quite get it there. There's another missed opportunity for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Now they've had some of those today, that's for sure. All it is a long incomplete. 2nd down. Sproles in the game. Far side, and he's got a completion to Jordan Matthews, who's going to be tackled by Quentin Dunbar. Clock running. Timeouts. Eagles have 2 of them. Washington with all 3. And a 3rd down. The Eagles going to hurry up a bit here.
Jay Gruden talked a lot about urgency. This is a team looking to get back in that playoff hunt.
Blitz, and he's got a completion call. Turner has it. Playing in his 3rd NFL game, and he's down to the 20 for Philadelphia to gain a 16.
Again, details. You got an all-out blitz. You should be now in the inside leverage. Bashaud Breeland, you just can't do it. You want to play in this league, you've got to focus on the details. He does not, and he gets burned.
Sproles up the guts. Breaks off a tackle. Wow, Sproles absorbing the impact that he kept going, and he's down to the 12.
I know we're supposed to be unbiased, but I can't help but just love this guy and the way he plays. You just can't take him down. You can't get him out of a game. He's going to keep fighting in everything he does.
2nd and 2. Wentz, yeah, good catch there by Ertz. See where the spot is. I'm not sure if he got it. It's real close. And now a timeout is called by Philadelphia. We'll see where the spot is. Eagles on the move. 38 seconds to go in the half.
You talk about fundamentals of defense. This is called a casino blitz. Well, if you're doing that, you've got to be on inside leverage. It's the basic tenet of this defense. Instead, he loses his leverage. Look at all that field. That's why the Redskins have been god-awful on 3rd down. They don't do the tiny details. I know they're being coached because I know their coach, Joe Barry.
3rd and inches. They're going to throw it, and they're going to pick it up. Burton staying in bounds. First down. They decide to throw it on a 3rd and short, and they pick it up with 32 seconds to go in the half.
And there's another little detail. You blitz, someone's responsible for the flat. No one goes to the flat. Again, another play just wide open for the Philadelphia Eagles. You see the pressure. Somebody is responsible for that flat. No one's there.
Sproles in the game in the backfield. Eagles go 3 tight ends on this formation. Wentz gonna throw it far side deep. Sproles! Touchdown!
I hate to say it, Kevin. They benched Kendall Fuller. They benched the wrong guy. Bashad Breeland's killing him right now. Look at Bashad Breeland. He's cheating. He's got the outside guy. Don't cheat. Do your job. Now, in his defense, he's doing it to hold off, but you got to just do your job. Bashad Breeland not doing his job. And Carson Wentz saying thank you very much. Wide open to Darren Sproles.
So Darren Sproles on the touchdown catch puts the Eagles in front. Sturgis to add to the lead, and he does just that with the extra point. Nice drive by Carson Wentz. 12 plays, 77 yards, and then this to Sproles, and it's Philly in front of their rivals.
Coming up on the Visa halftime, the Broncos and Titans go at it in Nashville, and the Steelers and Bills battle it out in the snow, while the Colts look to give the Texans their 4th consecutive loss. It's all coming up on the Visa halftime. What are you doing?
Auto-bottle challenge. Almost got it.
Oh! Bang! Oh, there you go.
That's what I'm talking
Too
about.
bad we're out of time.
No, we're not.
Sorry.
Y'all got that, America.
Oh my gosh, Kurt Michael. My son Logan was doing this for a half hour the other day. The water bottles title challenge, John. Your kid's doing it all over the house.
Everyone's doing it.
It's unbelievable. Something so simple, but it's entertaining. This game's been entertaining. Eagles with a nice drive have taken the lead on the Sproles touchdown. And now Washington with 3 timeouts and 28 seconds left. Thompson looking for a return. And he's got a pretty good one. We also have a flag back at the 13-yard line. So this may be coming on back. And as John really showed you, this Redskins defense is just not doing enough to help this team try and
During
make
the
playoffs.
return of the kick, holding, receiving team number 98. Penalty assessed half the distance to the goal and a first down.
All right, Tony Parenti on the call. Tuesday, Big East College Hoops excitement reaches a whole new level. #1 Villanova hits the court against Temple. Action tips off Tuesday night at 7 Eastern on FS1. Josh Hart, the guy in that picture, had what, 38 and 11 in the win over Notre Dame yesterday? And Jay Wright, we've got those guys humming. I have to think that Washington takes the knee with only 22 seconds left, backed up on their own 7.
Jay Wright's one of those guys makes you sick. Good looking, looks like George Clooney, national champion. I mean, come on.
Yeah, he's got it going. He's built quite the program. Oh no, that guy has worked hard to get there, that's for sure. And so the Eagles looking to put a real dent in the Redskins' playoff hopes, up 13-7 as we go to the half with Kurt Menefee. And the guys coming your way, Terry, Howie, Michael, and Jimmy. Halftime show from LA coming right now. First half moments brought to you by Head & Shoulders.
Play hard, you get everything you got in your soul and your spirit.
Kelly breaks another tackle. Rob Kelly into the end zone. Touchdown.
Keeps running like that. There's going to be a lot of people comparing him to Marshawn Lynch.
Wentz gonna throw it far side deep. Sproles! Touchdown. That was first half.